Wow, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. But why, though? Desk lamp! We should. Hey, I'd be down to play some DBD some night. We haven't had like a fun game night in a while. Because even tabletop sim is very fun. Getting some DVD would also be a good time. So many books, it's a library. Huh, it's a desk lamp. Well, yeah. It's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
what?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. There's a Monokuma coin. What's in this? What's in the box? There's a wooden box, but it's empty. Although, judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? What about the shelf? The shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. You have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. That was not the plan. Huh?
That's right.
That's a report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? Keeper is going Super Saiyan. And this is to go further beyond. I'm not gonna scream. Cause I don't want to blast. I don't want to like peak my mic or anything. But hey, Ave, welcome to the chat. He's entering his full form. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Yeah, Ave, how's your night going? Hope you've been having a good time. There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. I now just want to... I want to see what happens if I just click on every other shelf. Will there be another interaction like that? There's so many files stuffed onto the shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean, like, members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There's some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. Was there anything else in here, or is it just Byakuya? There's a camera up there, but the cameras never matter. There's one more shelf, though. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents, for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's just... It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but... I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps... the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, there is no doubt. I'm going to take a minute. The way he said that, the fact that, what makes you believe your common sense applies to me? There was a similar line said last time. I don't remember who said it. It might have been Monokuma. Or it might have been Byakuya too as well. Where they were talking about the documents that they all had. Someone said, who believes we all have the same value over this information? Detective vibes. I like a good mystery. I'm not usually good at solving them, but I like them. Basically, someone said it, I don't remember who, but it was very similar to what he just said. Of who says that we all have the same values? Who says that we wouldn't kill for the information we've just been given not getting out? But yeah. What? There we go. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. I figure that might be the case. Uh-huh. Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you. There's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that... What the f... Who let the sheep in the library? And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. Ha 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 ha. Mooncat brought the sheep in. That's what happened. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. What always interests me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Oh, that's intentional like that. Okay. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about the particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Blood is hot pink. Noted. I had this explained to me earlier. So the reason they do it is because instead of having bright crimson, if you have it in like bright hot pink, for one, it gets around sensors, and for two, it adds to the aesthetic. So then why does he know? Oh, because apparently Byakuya's family is part of the Shadow Council that governs the world, so he just has access to those documents that other people don't have. So, fucking secret police documents are his light reading material at home. It's a little bit bizarre. Yeah, valid. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, they keep flashing back to this a lot. Like, a lot is going on in this image, man. Ah, shady. Okay. Byakuya is very shady. But he is intriguing, at least. Her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other words...
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack. I had to burp there for a second.
In other words...
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then, Genocide Jack really is. Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us. Sus.
Interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. What are those emotes? Those are really cool. Oh, they're Gills emotes. They are very cool. I like them. Panic. Everything is calm. Wait a minute. Panic. Yeah, it's a fun thing because where I'm reading Twitch chat on my phone, I can just click on an emote and it'll tell me like who it is. Now, I don't think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen. You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Damn, that is a thing. I mean, these ones have the cold cases, right? No, I've already read this. So I just have to talk to him again? Hey, yo! The thing is, I don't think Byakuya's the type who means that in like some kind of kinky fantasy way. I think he's just that power mad. Byakuya, about the Genocide Jack case file. Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Oh, jeez. Woof woof arf arf, or something like that. I know, LMFAO. Okay, here's the thing I find funny, is like, I know so many streamers that will like, bruh, please. I know so many streamers that's, never mind. That's something for, I kind of always go through this. Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. Oh, hot damn. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. We got Ken Harada, 32-year-old office worker. Are these all? Bro, please continue. Oh. Alright. Well, I was going to say, like, I know so many streamers that will be like, they set redeems or like milestones for certain stuff. Like, for example, like Barks or like certain stuff, like RRs or stuff like that. I realized recently, I just do that shit if I'm reading something and it calls for it. These are top secret files, my dude. Yeah? Also known as Byakuya's light reading material. Oh yeah, lol. Should definitely not be sharing these. Well, they're being shared. For free? Yeah, I gotta just do it for free when I'm doing shit that calls for it. Newfie accent is the only one I lock. I mentioned this before. My accent comes out more when I start drinking. I've done one drinking stream, which was for my affiliate celebration, and I'm pretty sure my accent came out a lot in that one. Like, what was it? I was playing The Pale Beyond recently, and there's a lot of barking in it because of the dogs. Like, Stanbury is the best, is the goodest of boys, or girl, as it came up at the end. Like, all of Stanbury's lines are just like, bark, 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 and like, stuff like that. I'm the same way, though, well. I do it for free when it is demanded by the games I play. I bark a lot for work. Excuse me? I mean, I guess you like puppy sit and stuff, don't you? Or like puppy sit and dogs and like babysit. But out of context, I bark a lot for work is a very strange thing to read. So sometimes I just do it automatically and I'm like, fuck, lol. You know what? That's valid. Yeah, childcare. Look, I would say I know the pain, but I don't think I know the way. I don't like work in childcare. Just with my living situation, I am the third parent in my household, and I have been for many years. Like, I found out recently that my sister is the same age as one of my coworkers' kids, which is why I relate to them a lot on like stuff for raising kids because I've been a third parent for like 7 years with breaks for university and more recently my summer jobs where I move away. Ken Harada, 32, Tetsuhiro Honda, 17, Shoji Gaku, 23, Kano Issei, 14, Takashi Yoshida, 30. Komatsuna Taro, Takafumi Gono, Ushida Nagaisa, Takashi Masamune, Yuto Yumejime. There was no end to it. I'm just an old person. Dude, I feel that in my soul. I am an old person in my soul. My age may be 23, but my soul is very old at this point. 14? A baby. What? Was it 14? No, it was like... When? No, it was... No, it would have been... It was 2016. All right. So, one of the victims was 14. Yeah. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. Also, that's like scissors going through... Why is so many scissors? Like, those look like they're custom made, man. Sorry, I'm between IRL in the game. It's all good, man. At the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. It's also written the exact same way as it was in the crime scene. Now, take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page. For real, pretty scissors. They are very aesthetic. They really like this shot. Profiling results? All the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killing to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Great shot, though. Oh no, it's very good, especially with like the hand shaking as he's reading. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene. When they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reasons for this. This confused behavior suggests that that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. After school times? Yeah, it would make sense if Toko was Genocide Jack then.
So, in other words,
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. A split personality? Like the kind of thing you see on TV? So, I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. This one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't? I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. Genocide Jack case files and added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Giving DID a bad name. Yeah, that's kind of like an unfortunate thing. A lot of I know people, like, I'm pretty sure you also know people with DID. I know people with DID, like, they're very nice people. Just, I swear in, like, any game where someone has DID, there's some kind of, like, yes, my dark side killer. Like, it's a very unfortunate trope that I don't like. Also, just from a writing standpoint, I hate it. Because, like, from a writing standpoint of using that as a plot device for a murderer is like, oh yeah, that's how we explain so many things. Like, oh, person wasn't acting normal? Dissociative identity disorder. Like, it's not a good writing trope. Like, it's a lazy tool when it gives people with the idea a bad name. Because that becomes a stereotype. I don't like it.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Yeah, that's not how it works, Sam. Especially they left in a panic every time. Yeah, it's so lazy. Now, again, the fact that it's a lazy writing tool is probably the least problematic thing about it. However, I just like pointing out it's a lazy tool. I don't know why people use it. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Wait, Byakuya. Okay. There is one thing I do want to bring up that just struck my mind. Monokuma has stated that you can have an accomplice in this. And given how Toko acts about Byakuya and her strange sense of romance, I'm wondering if Toko might be Byakuya's accomplice here. And hit me with it. Having a Jekyll and Hyde thing is fun, but then naming it an actual Grimtile thing sucks. Yeah. So I'm wondering if Toko is an accomplice to this and is pretending to have this dark side other half thing with the whole Genocide Jack killings. So Byakuya can pretty much get her framed for it. He walks free and everyone else dies. I'm wondering if that's the angle this is going. Like Toko might be like faking it. Yeah, I want to know what that promise they had was. The promise, there's definitely something between Byakuya and Toko. I just don't know what it is. And I want to find out. As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play
Come
with
on.
you.
Enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd together? Oh, excuse me. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack. He's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. Class trial already? I don't think we're gonna get a class trial yet, but it's like, we're ramping up to it. But who is it? I have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, somewhere I have to go. Investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Okay. I want to go back in here for a second though. It's 'cause I'm wondering if there is a book left on that table currently. I don't think there is. Thick layer of dust off the desk. Guess not. Okay. I've already read that letter. The archive's not going to have anything new in it. Alright. Let's go back. So the locker rooms are this way. I'll check the guy's locker room first. Might be something in there that I didn't notice. Oh, Hifumi. How you doing?
Hifumi discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another stat increase for me.
Evidence? What'd you find? Oh, shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a 5 hydrate redeem. The flood comes in once more. Cheers to the chat. I need that. Good drink. Oh, shit. If that was a little bit earlier, I might have spit out some water. I was expecting fire to come in with that. I mean, most of the time when fire comes in, they start with the Phasmophobia ghost sound. Evidence? What'd you find?
Ooh, I cannot reveal that just yet. But I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs.
Are you sure about that?
Oh yeah. Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile, too.
Really? What did she see? My lag is too long. I mean, there is like... I naturally have it set to a 5-second delay.
Well,
She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right?
Okay, so where is Celeste now?
The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there.
Ifumi, what does that mean? What's it gonna be? Fudge! Alright, well I was gonna check the boys' locker room first, see if there was any evidence that got moved in there by some stroke of luck. That post wasn't there before. Huh, this poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. And that looks like blood there. Okay. Teleporting posters. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Boys' locker room carpet has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Okay, no. This is very important. That poster wasn't in here. The poster that was in here was that pinup poster that was in the girls' locker room now. So Chihiro got murdered in the boys' locker room. Someone tried to clean up the mess, and they switched the posters. Take it down? It won't let me take the poster down. This poster. Yeah, no, it's... Yeah, okay, and then else I can check in here, but that is important. Why switch the posters, though? Because the pinup poster had blood on it. So they couldn't clean the poster without damaging it. So instead they just switched it. So the real murder site would have been here in the boys' locker room, and they moved her to the girls' locker room to make it look like a girl did it. I think this might be Byakuya trying to have made a deal with Toko for her to take the fall so he can get out. I think that might be what this is happening here. Or my Kiyotaka theory. Is there anything in here, maybe? And that stain is where it happened. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is there anything this way? I don't think so. and it wasn't really Genocide Jack. I mean, it very could be Byakuya was replicating Genocide Jack's style, and it took us on that whole wild goose chase to get the idea in our mind. Alright, nothing in the pool, it looks like. But yeah, poor Toko, she's going through it thinking she did it because Byakuya sucks. Okay, if I do anything with this poster, will I get a thing from it? It's a bloodstained poster. The blood's most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable, too. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. I mean, depends on the girl's room. Oh, but wait, that reminds me. The poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Why is her body still there? I don't think anyone wants to move them. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. 2 locker room posters have been added to the truth blows section of your handbook. I think it's because technically this is still like a crime scene, so we don't move the body until after. I mean, also Monokuma removes the bodies after investigation. Where they go, I have no idea. Sakura goes to the rooms a lot. You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together.
Okay, then let me ask you something. Time to talk to Celeste. Yeah, we're gonna run to talk to Celeste as well. You think the posters in the boy and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters.
I see.
However...
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I had to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising.
We have protein coffee?
In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain.
A stain?
But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
Of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared.
What?
I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up.
But still, isn't it unusually clean?
Oh, but still, isn't it unusually clean? There's never a stain there to begin with.
The carpet was switched. Disappearing stain has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I need a second to process this now. So they switched the carpet and they switched the posters. So, okay. So yeah, if that happened, I had to move all the friggin' equipment too. Well, the thing is, actually no, those would have a bit of weight to them because they're able to like freestand. Unless they're anchored down. But if they're anchored down, a guy's toolkit could have unscrewed them and moved them. Okay. So the way this is looking is so the carpet with the blood stain would have been the boys' room carpet. So the murder happened in the boys' room. They switched the posters and the carpet because they had blood on them. But because of that, the tornado poster on the boys' room as well as the coffee stained carpet. So yeah, they're framing a female. Also, I've seen the girls' locker room drinking coffee. Sakura is a boy. And Sakura is a girl. Sakura is just extremely buff. The murderer is extra AF. I mean, that would be Byakuya. Byakuya is very extra. Why was Toko in the boys' locker room? That's what I'm thinking. I don't think Toko was in the boys' locker room. I think Byakuya killed Chihiro. But then why would Chihiro be in the boys' locker room? I don't know. Oh, your voice confused me, my B. Sorry about that. Alright. I'm trying to figure out how this would have worked. But it seems like the murder happened in the boys' room. So they somehow got Chihiro into the boys' locker room. And then they switched the material to make it look like she was murdered in the girls' room. Because Byakuya could have taken one of the girls' ebooks, either Junko's or Sayaka, because they're dead. He could have taken one of their ebooks from downstairs to gain access to the girls' room. But I don't know how Chihiro would have been brought into the boys' room in the first place. Is there anything else I can really do in here? Is there any more news about the bloodlust? Just like in all those other Genocide Jack cases. At every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. Mondo, what's your thoughts? I already read this. Alright, Kyoko, what's your thoughts? Oh, sorry, I meant Chihiro. This is definitely a two-person crime, too. Like, to do all of that is enough time to stage it, right? Or, video game. It was done at 2 a.m. And we didn't find Chihiro until morning. So, that's 5 hours of time. And there is a rule which we're supposed to follow, which is at nighttime we stay in our rooms. But if Chihiro was sneaking out for her training stuff, then she was already breaking the rule. That's why she was here. But who else was breaking the rule to train with her? Hey, Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation?
Indeed.
Generally speaking.
However...
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
Well...
Nothing you to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But...
So then...
Before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. It's 5 hours to murder, switch, clean, get back to rooms. That's a lot to do for one person. That is a lot for one person. So maybe it is still a two-person crime. There could be an accomplice in this. I don't know. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. Let's take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? It's definitely worth worrying about. Chihiro's e-handbook is added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she did thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyway. Use her ebook then. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Which was my original thought, that whoever killed her could have just used her ebook to get into the girls' locker room. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Genocide Jack used scissors, not rope. Huh? This rope has a plug. Oh! Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. The more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right. There's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something not quite right. Not scissors and the extension cord. What does this all mean? Status of the dead body has been added to the truth blood section of your handbook. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. Figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Alright. So I guess we're going to take a minute before we go see Celeste of going back to the library. Oh, that leads to the pool. That's the wrong door. Wait, hold up. Okay, no, never mind. I was wondering if there might be something I could do to open the lockers, and maybe the handbook was just left there. But yeah. Byakuya was going on and on about, like, this isn't a copycat killer. This is the actual Genocide Jack. But it doesn't line up exact with Genocide Jack. So it could be a copycat killer. Huh, the lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. The last time I saw it, it was definitely on. It was definitely right here. Oh, that's right. Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Library desk lamp is added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Yeah, outing himself. It's because Byakuya believes that he's all high and mighty over everyone else, so... He might have had the whole idea of, oh, if I give them just enough information, I can lead them off the trail. There was another extension cord in here, I think. One box is empty. The extension cord was in there before. Like, is the Genocide Jack case file in here? I want to take another look at the Genocide Jack's case file. I know it's around here somewhere. But why kill her? Hiding a secret. I think he might have killed Chihiro just because Chihiro was seen as the weakest of us. Huh? It's gone. Did someone take it out of the archive? One who would do something like that. I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. The camera all the way up here in the corner. Surveillance camera. Someone's using these cameras to watch people die. Much as it gets on my nerves, I better leave it alone. Alright. Alright. So, our only lead now is Celeste. Which probably once we talk to Celeste, that'll be trial time. Ifumi says that she's down by the warehouse. That's Jim. Oh, Kiyotaka, how you doing?
How unfortunate.
Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it! I'm sorry, Chihiro. It's all because I wasn't strong enough. Yeah, Kiyotaka was the one that wanted us originally to out all of our secrets, so that way we wouldn't have power, the motive wouldn't have any power over us. But for someone like Byakuya, who admitted to us that his family is part of the Shadow Council that runs the government, he probably doesn't want that secret getting out. But he was convinced that we were going to die when he graduated. He probably wouldn't care about telling us. Ah, there's Celeste. What's this? There's all kinds of stuff piled up everywhere. I don't see anything noteworthy. Is that the fridge Sayaka mentioned? I don't see anything noteworthy here. There's all kind of stuff piled up everywhere. Towels, jackets. Let's put together a good collection of school equipment. What's this about protein powder, though? Okay. Celeste, what's up? Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It's absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that.
I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless.
Then you did find something.
Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse.
What? Really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
A blue jacket.
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
The blue track jacket, Chihiro.
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Didn't she tell Simp Boy too? She only told Simp Boy she knew something. She didn't tell Simp Boy what she knew. Because that makes sense.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose.
So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. She was deaf meeting someone. Yeah, because she mentioned that she wasn't going to do it alone. But she didn't go with Hina or Sakura. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying. Which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Celeste's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. But if you got rid of it... where would he have put it, though? This is a garbage room. But a killer this time would know we could get access to that. Holy victim blaming. Yeah, that's Celeste in a nutshell. Is in a laundry thing. Alright, now. Nothing new with the case, never mind. I mean, it does not surprise that Celeste would be a victim blamer. It fits her vibe. There's the garbage room. This is the trash room, a dump in other words. With the gate in the way, I can't actually get inside. So I went to the case, somebody left who could do what Leon did. Hatch on the floor. The door won't budge. Must be locked. Alright. Yes, there's someone left who could do what Leon did. However, if there was somebody who had the key, they could have very easily disposed of some garbage without anybody knowing at that hour. Hina, how you doing? Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before. She won't come out. And just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah!
Oh, but don't worry. I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course.
Of course.
There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts.
Really? Nah, that's valid.
I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have tried to spend more time with her.
Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us.
Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It's like she stayed away from all the girls.
Was she just shy?
I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Is it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? I mean, it depends on the person. Would the bag have been put in her room? Maybe? I mean, if she's going to exercise, I think I have to go back to the boys' locker room. Oh, wait. Maybe she's used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Boys' account has been added to the truth bullet section. I really wish they just called it, like... Oh, no. I don't think I'm ready.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
The killer could have put it back there after the moida. They could have.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial. You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
All right. I guess we're just going with this. Begin the class trial, or it's about to begin. The red door is right through here. I guess I don't have an option to try and find anything else. I don't feel like I have as solid of a case as last time. So, is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind, or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here.
And Toko is...
You really don't remember?
Come on.
Kidding! I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie. I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please.
And just like he said, a few minutes later. Jack was the only one who knew about the court in the library in the Genocide Jack case. Bro, your voices are so good. What the fuck? Many years of D&D and doing voices and DMing and characters. Thank you, Ace. Yeah, it definitely feels like it's pointing to Byakuya, but I don't have a smoking gun, basically. I don't have, like, a solid bit of evidence, like, yes, this had to be you. He reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. She is not happy. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible! You're terrible! Whew. So, now everyone's here, right? Yeah, your voice is killing it. I'm just listening. It's a good time. Well, she's gonna confess. I think Toko's gonna confess and be like, no, you're covering for somebody. But thank you, Josh. Hey, this is I think this is your first time hearing me properly do like some voice work stuff. I'm happy it's you get to hear the proper stuff with the mic. Okay then, hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fushisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. I gave you plenty to work with. Show us how far your logic can take you. I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Justice always prevails. Right, bro? I wanna get to Kyoko.
Shall we go?
Alright, Mondo.
Hey, come on.
Ugh, fucking Toko, man. What's got her so worked up? Alright. Do I want to talk to everybody, or do I kind of just get going? Alright, I kind of want to just get going now. Bro, well. Oh, you didn't see it. You didn't see it last time, Ace. But Kiyotaka and Mundo, they became ultimate bros last time after their test of endurance in the sauna. Ciao, my freaky darlings. Who's dead this time? Who will die next? Currently, Chihiro is our murder victim, and we have to figure out who is the murder perpetrator. But hey, Smitty, welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing good, man. We are about to go to the second-class trial, and we will see if we have gathered enough evidence to properly weed out the killer.
It's true.
Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. There's a lot less people on this elevator than last time. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. I'm doing well, playing Genshin at the moment. Ah, hell yeah. I haven't played Genshin in a long time, but they recently had the Sumeru update, right? Or am I showing my age and that update's been out for a long time now? Until finally, it came to a sudden stop.
Oh, what do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting?
Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Good, good. You're rip-raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all. Okay then, let's get this show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats.
A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial.